What's up, everybody? Love and light, peace and blessings, and welcome to another Catalay's World. And today we have a special guest, one of my great friends that I hold dear to my heart, Mrs. Goddess J. We're going to let her introduce herself, and then I'll say a little bit of commentary and we'll get started. So go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
Greetings. My name is Goddess J, like she said. I just want to thank you so much for having me on your show. I've been keeping up with you. You know the story from afar. We're going to get into that. But who am I? Who is Goddess J? Well, just to give you a little history about myself, I'm originally from Detroit. I currently live in Houston, Texas. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a mom. I'm a health, fitness, wellness, all into that type of thing. I'm also a social worker. And so what I do in my entrepreneurship endeavors, I'm a notary. I'm a mobile notary. I'm also an e-notary. So if you ever need something notarized, hit me up. And
I know.
Okay, I'll come to you. And I'm also a financial consultant. So I help people get their finances in order. I help them find ways to make and save money.
Okay, hold on, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to close my door because I don't know why it is. Every time I get on live, my son feels the need to be loud. So let me close the door.
No, for real. That's kids do that.
All right. So as you guys see what the title is, right? Everybody sees what the title is. But I do want to say, this is not for like any gossip or any backlashing or anything like that. This is clearly because this is a good friend of mine, and you guys know my story. So you guys know that for a very long time, I feel like my voice has not been heard. And a lot of us women, we go through this type of thing. We stay silent. We don't say the things that we really need to say. And it's freeing for our heart chakras in order to, just basically speak our truth. Okay. Speak our truth. So that's what we are here for, to give Goddess J the right to speak in her truth, walk in her truth, operate her throat chakra, and get everything out and how she feels.
That's what it is, and it's beyond time. It's beyond time to speak on it. And I just want to give a disclaimer too that I'm not here to bash AC or YP, as I refer to him, because he's not no Pharaoh in my eyes. So I refer to him as YP, and pretty much just set the record straight on my experience, what's been going on the last 10 months, okay? Because I've been in the picture, I've been around both of them, and it's just time that, somebody spoke up about what's really happening behind the scenes.
Okay, so let's start with the beginning, Goddess J. Let me know, like, how did you come to know about YP, and how did you wind up meeting Ace Heru?
That's a great question. I actually knew of YP when I started to come into my consciousness and my awakening. I started following him. This was back when he was talking about Reese's Monkey Blood, okay, videos, them days. So like maybe 2016, I was introduced to him by another goddess that is also my family. But yeah, I came to know him. I came to appreciate his teachings because at the time I was just, coming into coming into what I know to be consciousness. But, I don't even know if I can call it that anymore. Just so much has been happening. I'm like, oh my gosh, but let me stick to the story. So I knew him all this time. I've been following only on YouTube. I moved to Houston last year during the pandemic around April. So right smack dab in the middle of the pandemic, me and my toddler moved here after a divorce. I was married for 10 years. And so just, starting over, starting fresh. I had my career, but I also got into finances. Okay. So I also got into the notary world while I was out here. My entrepreneurship endeavors began. And so I had a pretty solid foundation here. I had my own place, I had my businesses going, everything's flowing well. And I was on Instagram one day and I came across one of Ace Pharoah's videos, I believe, or it might have been Facebook, somewhere on social media. And I liked his content. I really did. I aligned with it. I thought he was the, totally righteous, upstanding guy. I was like, yeah. And I wrote him. I was like, thank you for making these videos. We need more, gods like this, for the community, for the betterment of our men, So he was like, okay, word. He's a sapiosexual. We bonded over there, a couple messages. And then he told me that he was getting ready to move here to Houston. And I was like, what? I live in Houston. And so, he was like, actually, I'm coming out there to be YP's bodyguard. Do you know him? I'm like, oh my God, yeah. So at the time, I'm like super excited because I'm like, wow, shit come full circle. I never thought that I would run into him. I didn't even know he lived here in the area, actually. So, because I had kind of, fell off of following him maybe like the last couple of years. So I didn't know what was going on, but that was how we met. And so he moved here, I believe it was January of this year. And we have been locked in ever since. We've been seeing each other ever since.
Okay. So what was it like when you first met him?
It was amazing. I feel like we connected right away. We vibe right away. When he came here, I'm the type of woman, like, I really like to show my affection and appreciation for people. I wanted him to feel welcome. So I bought like this big gift basket that I filled with little goodies just to like welcome him into his new home. And, he was very excited to see me. We saw each other like the first day he moved in his new place. And it was just all good. I really, I really didn't have no complaints. I felt amazing fireworks. If that kind of sums it up.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So what was the experience like? Because you guys started dating and everything was cool. So when did you first meet YP?
Oh wow, when did I meet him? I believe it was at his baby's birthday party that he had.
Oh, that's where I met you.
Yeah, we met each other there, right? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. I'm kind of sweating, so you might see me like dab a little bit, but yeah.
You good? You good?
Yeah, but I met him at the little baby's birthday party. Thought it was pretty dope. I met Golden. Everything was good. I bought my child there. I met you. It was peaceful. I was like, all right. He was like pretty down to earth. YP is. He's like average person. Like I didn't find to be anything like, oh my God, extravagant. It was just, it felt normal.
So at this point, I'm gonna just let you tell your story. Just take it away.
Wow. Well, I actually wrote some notes here. Got a couple things I would like to highlight. I didn't want to forget, so a couple of things I just really wanted to just get off of my chest, about what's been going on, what happened. I don't want to go into like super detail, but just some things that I feel like I really wanted to highlight.
And I think you should go into super detail, but that's what we're here for.
Oh so my gosh, do y'all
I want you to be able to get it all out.
Tea? Are y'all ready for the tea?
Are y'all ready for the tea? And I got all the receipts, so let me know when you're ready for me to show whichever receipt or whatever, and I will show those too as well.
Yeah, because I just, I sent you pictures and stuff just to show proof that I have been around. Like, I'm not some groupie that was just flocking and trying to clout chase. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was loyal. I was down. I was there. I was his ride or die. I was his goddess I set, as he calls it, because I'm into the comedics for sure. So we aligned over that. We were spiritually bonded. This wasn't something. This picture right here is actually when we had went to Golden's birthday party for a few days on the beach. They had got a big beach resort place, and I was there for that. That's all of us together. I mean, like, I'm so hurt. I'm so hurt. And I'm just, when I called you today earlier and I was like, I'm just ready. I'm ready to tell my story because I've been in the mix and I've been quietly sitting by while these type of people, they continue to deceive through the internet, because anybody can post their best images and not really tell you what's really going on. And so, and so one thing I wrote down is that I really want to speak on accountability. I'm not here. It's not a blame thing. I take accountability for my role in it. And when I say my role, I mean like how I allowed things to unfold, even though it was been time to move on. How I continue to stay and support a person who never supported me, And so I take accountability for that. And, but I really wanted to start where things really started going south and where people started seeing the decline of YP and what was going on behind the scenes, So as you know, I sent you a flick of the pool party. I was there at the pool party. And I wanted to shout out to a couple of people who've been trying to, dissect what's been going on. Soul Energy, I watch her on YouTube. Her content is pretty dope, sis. Like, you've been keeping me afloat for real. And my man's King World, like, for sure, your content is dope. And you really been like giving me life through your videos because like this shit been really hard. It's been really hard to just sit with everything. And then these people can clearly see what's going on. I didn't even have to say nothing. You could clearly see what was going on through your content catalog. So all of y'all YouTubers, like, keep doing y'all work because people are watching and people are inspired and people, like me, just, it was really appreciated. But I went to a pool party. So can you pull that up?
Hold on. I'll be right back. Let me grab it. Hold on, because I didn't put that one up, but I'm gonna grab it.
I was at the pool party and
keep talking. I'm gonna bring it up.
Huh?
Keep on talking. I'm gonna go and get it.
Okay, so YP's pool party was, as everybody know, it was all online. So I'm not disclosing nothing that wasn't really online, but the pool party was crazy. People who was there could really see, like, wow, this is YP. Like, nothing really about building was going on. It was just it reminded me of like a high school party, almost kind of kickback / like, and you got the cool girls on one side and clicked up at the pool, and then you got people over here mingling or whatever. But he had made a video after the pool party because me and another goddess came with AC. Now, let me also say we were poly. We were into poly. I'm pro poly. Well, I don't know if I am anymore after this experience. This is not my first poly experience, but me and another goddess were there, and we were just shout out to that goddess. I don't want to disclose her name because I don't know if she wants to be known like that. But you've seen pictures of me and her. We're sitting on the side of AC at the pool party, and she just was so appalled at what was going on because she expected so much more from YP. She, was following his content over the years, and this was her first time meeting him too. So she was like, "Wow, this is what's going on," like just groupies and freaking just drinking, lots of smoking. It was nothing really spectacular about the event, I could say. But I was just chilling. I was there. I was in the mix, but I had a very spiritual experience while I was there at the pool party. Something in my spirit just didn't feel right. And I didn't really know what it was, but towards the end, I was like, I wasn't feeling well and I wanted to leave. So, of course, Ace had to stay. He was with her. He was there as the bodyguard. He can't just leave with me. So she left with me and we went back to the house. And, she is a very spiritual woman. She's a comedic Reiki practitioner. She does all kind of spiritual work, so she could feel my energy. And she was like, "What's going on?" And I was just like, "Something just not right about this."
Hold
About
on,
the
Janae, I don't want to cut you off.
Okay.
But can one of my admins please get One Stop for Gamers out of here? Go ahead.
What he over there saying? Talking junk?
He's just being sarcastic. I don't got time. Go ahead.
Right, but she could just see him for who he truly was at that party. His energy wasn't right. He has very dark energy around him. It's not enlightening. It's not like all peace and love like he tried to portray it is. I'm speaking about YP. Okay. And so she goes on to tell me about Ace, like it's something I write about him too. The ancestors, they're not pleased with him. Okay. And so I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "I don't know what happened, but I'm reading everything that's going on here, and the ancestors are not pleased with him. Something happened, and he had a chance to do the right thing, and he did not do the right thing." And I'm like, "Damn, well, what did he do that he didn't have to do the right thing about?" And I instantly knew in my spirit that thing was Camille. Okay, as you know about Camille and Pharaoh's situation, about him putting his hands on her, Ace was there when that happened. And
so did he really put his hands on her?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And Ace was like really shocked. He was really expected so much more from Pharaoh. He really holds YP in a high regard. Like I never seen him behave in this manner, and he had to pull him off of her. But I feel like in that moment where you knew that you didn't say anything, you didn't speak up for that woman, you knew what she was going through, but you protected him. That's what the ancestors not pleased about, because that was wrong. That was wrong for him to continue to work with this man, knowing that he really did those things, but he's slandering her in the public, calling her all kinds of names and bees, and she trying to tear me down. They trying to tear black men down. Ain't nobody trying to tear a black man down. Okay,
you really did those things, bruh.
Miss me with that bullshit. Camille's finna uproot her whole fucking life and bring her son here and move with him. And it was like she said, over some juice. The baby asked for some damn juice. Pharaoh, he got home after being gone all day getting tattooed, which he's gone on this tattoo crazy binge, getting tattoos everywhere. He spends like all day. Sometimes, Ace will be with him all day at the tattoo shop just for what? You getting all these comedic tattoos and you got Ma'at on your neck. There's nothing Ma'atic about you, YP. There's nothing Ma'atic about you, sweetie. Okay, so kill the bullshit. Stop misleading people with the false representation of your spirituality.
Right. Let me ask you a question, though. Is it true? Now, this is what Golden Beauty said. Golden Beauty said that she had to tell AC to get Pharaoh off of Camille. Is that true?
I was not there, but from what he told me, I think it just like, how you shot and it take a minute to kind of respond to what's going. He was really like, oh my God, like it really went up like quickly, situations escalate real quickly. And so he said that he did, get him off of her and told him, hey, you was wrong for that, but you still continue to work with this man knowing that he really was this abusive type of energy. That's not cool.
So when did you start seeing a change? I know for me, as somebody who communicated with YP on a regular, I feel like I started to see a change around end of February.
Yes, well, when I really saw a change is when he broke up with Golden. That really, really devastated him tremendously. And, behind the scenes, I don't care what he tried to cap about online. He was really hurt about that. And he really does, care about her. But I think he tried to make it seem like, oh, Golden just doesn't want to be submissive. And Golden doesn't want to get on board with Polly. And that's where I have the problem at. No, 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 no. Tell the truth about it. You wasn't trying to do Polly. You was out here whoring. Polly does not equate to being a whore. I don't know where men got that idea of, oh, well, I'm Polly. I can have you, and you, and you. No. She wanted clothes, Polly, building Polly, and that's what Polly means to me, okay? What Polly looks like to me may not look the same for other people. There are different forms of polyamorous, polygamy, polyandry, if you're not familiar with those definitions, go look them up. I ain't gonna go on to that, but, it's just like, you really was more polyamorous than polygamist. You wasn't trying to take on a wives and build your nation like you're talking about. You want her to be just open and sleeping with Lolly Dolly and everybody, and that's not cool. Like, there are diseases out here. Do you even know this woman? Like, you're not even vetting these people for real. He's not vetting these people for real, So that's where I began to see the change in him, and yeah.
Okay. What's next on your list?
Right. And so that's what that incident at the pool party where she was just, telling me something happened and ancestors was not pleased. And that was kind of like my warning, like, yo, what's going on here spiritually? Because I am a very spiritual being. I'm in touch, and I pray. I do ritual, you know what I mean? Like, I went through Queen of Foolish training, Sacred Woman training, 12-week rites of passage program. Like, this shit not a game to me, And I feel like it's a game to some people out here that try to manipulate you through the spirit, and that's one thing. I got this on my wall. I actually bought this recently to, just help my third eye be more open and see shit for what it really is, because some things can be very deceiving. But I just want to talk about how, also about these high value men. Let's go into the high value men.
Yes, let's talk about it.
The big topic now. Everybody's talking about the high value men. Ace came and said he was the aficionado on it. Okay, we'll give you your kudos for that.
High value man.
Excuse me?
And he is this self-proclaimed high value man.
Yes, self-proclaimed high value man, right? Let me get my tea for this. AC, you had to know this was coming. So
speak your truth.
I just, like I said, this is not to bash anything. This is my experience. If you don't align with it, that's cool. You ain't got to agree with me. That's fine. This is my perspective. This is my experience. And so, one thing that Ace likes to talk about in his video about the traits of a high value man is somebody who supports and builds with their woman, somebody who is a provider and who is a protector to their woman. Okay. And I want to talk about how I have my goals is over here as an entrepreneur, and how he never supported me in my goals. And that was the red flag to me, how I should have known that everything was always about him. Oh, when we would talk, it would be like, me and YP, we're building this. Me and YP, this. And I Nation, this. In my book, this. And this. And one day I looked at him and I said, you never really talk us. I don't really hear that in your vocabulary. Where is the us? If we're supposed to be doing this thing and building this poly situation. Where is the us? But it was never that. As you know, I'm a life insurance agent, and this is something that took place between us. I do multi-level marketing, and I'm very successful at it. I make my coins part-time in the business. And so I had asked him, do you have any life insurance? And he said no. And I'm like, well, why not? And that's a big problem in our community. And that is one of my missions and goals in life, to make sure that our people are getting properly protected.
I have life insurance. Got it on all my kids.
Okay, thank you. That should be mandatory. That should be a mandatory expense for people, because we tired of burying people and starting GoFundMes. We tired of burying our people, and then you don't get you're not entitled to any of the assets because they didn't have a will. They didn't have a power of attorney. They didn't have, what I'm saying? All of these things. I'm like, so how? So if something happens to you, what's going to happen to your book? Who does that go to? Who do the royalties keep going to for your book? Who, what I'm saying? Do you have all of these things set up? And the answer was no. And I'm like, okay, well, shoot, let me get that set up for you. And, you're helping me. I'm helping you. I'm not really getting anything out of this. Like, yes, I'm going to make a couple coins, but really, ultimately, I want to make sure you're properly protected, because that's what I do. If you're dating me, shouldn't you want to support your woman's goals? That's what you talk about in your videos. But right. No, he didn't want to get the insurance. He told me, and these were his words, that he does not feel the need to bequeath anything to his family. His family do not support him, and he does not feel the need to leave anything to them.
So what? They just gonna have to scurry to try to bury him?
I can't make this shit up.
And so if his family doesn't care about him, then what, he just gonna be cremated? And
he has a son. He has an adult son.
And he doesn't care about his son?
Him and his son not very close. They talk, but he feels distant from him, and he felt like he doesn't feel the need to leave anything to him. He's an adult.
Wow. Okay.
But he's not the only person that think like this. And let me tell y'all men out here, okay? I don't know who raised y'all niggas. And I'm saying niggas because that's some nigga mentality, okay? I don't even like to use that word, but what the fuck? This is not okay. A good man leaves the inheritance to his children's children, okay? We're going to get biblical on y'all ass for a minute.
Regardless of anything. Regardless.
And you online talking all this shit about generational wealth, and a high value man has a portfolio, and a high value man has he takes care of his family, and a high value. Well, where the fuck is that?
Where's his portfolio? Do he have one? Any stocks, Joy? Any bonds? Is there anything building legacy or wealth?
No, because let me tell you. So we're going to get to this point where shit hit the fan with YP. Okay? Because y'all saw what unfolded, but y'all didn't see behind the scenes everything that took place after that. Everything that took place just behind the scenes of him leaving YP. And this is not, like I said, to bash or anything. Like, for real, this is just facts.
No, you don't even got to make that disclaimer no more.
No.
At this point, you just speaking your truth. So
yeah, well, I feel like I need to do that because it's like somebody had said to me yesterday, because I told them I was thinking about doing this, and they were like, oh, well, it makes you seem bitter. How I'm bitter? And that's the problem. They try to silence women by saying shit like that. They try to silence our voice by saying, oh, if you speak up, you're gonna lose friends. You a snitch, or you a whatever people try to say to discourage your voice. And I'm just over that type of energy. But so getting to the good juicy part, everybody been talking about where shit really hit the fan, where y'all seen YP go crazy. Because I'm going to answer your question. Did he have his shit together? Because real high value men have their shit together when it's a emergency, okay? When shit hits the fan, real high value men have a way to make it through said time, okay? And so that's not what took place. So, this was in August, at the end of August 27th or 26th or something like that.
I believe it was the 27th, yeah.
Yeah. YP and Ace were getting ready to take a trip to Miami, okay? So I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm over there. I come and do my goddess thing, and I made dinner that night. And, I just was like, hey, I want to see you and spend some time with you before you go on your trip with YP, whatever. So he's like, cool, come over. And I was there. I spent the night. We stayed up kind of late, chilling, whatever, politicking, what we do. And then we went to sleep. They were supposed to get up early. They had like an early flight, okay? About 6 o'clock in the morning flight. And so they're supposed to be at the airport's an hour away from here where we stay at in the suburbs, Mm-hmm. Anyway, so YP, instead of calling him, he calls him in like 1:30 in the morning. Maybe it's like 4:30 in the morning. He calls him and says, yo, Golden is in danger. Come over here. I need you to pull up on me and get the kids. Y'all may have seen this online. Some video surfacing of him. He's on the phone with Ace. I'm laying right there. I'm like, what the hell is going on? What you mean? They in danger, So he like, at this time, him and Golden is separated. So Ace telling me, he like, I don't feel comfortable going over there to try to pick Golden up. I don't know if she's on board. So he called her with him on the line, and she's like, okay, because he's really flipping out. He's like, you in danger. Just listen to me. You don't never listen. You know how he goes, and so she's like, okay, YP, whatever, pull up and come get me or whatever. So Ace pulls up on him. He goes and gets him. Now, why he went and got him? Because YP has shipped his car to Buffalo. Remember he took a trip to Buffalo, like right before that?
Yeah.
He shipped his fucking car to Buffalo so he could stunt in Buffalo with his car, which was stupid. So he get back here and he don't have no car. So Ace had to go get him so that he could go get Goldie or whatever. And so he goes to get Goldie. I'm like, shit, I'm about to stay right here asleep. I
ain't going out there. Yeah.
Right. I'm not going with you. Go ahead and handle that. Let me know what happened when you get back, Mm-hmm. So he comes back maybe like 7 something in the morning, everything's fine. He's like, everything's fine when I left. But I look online, I'm following YP's story, and I see Golden outside with the kids. So I'm like, I'm like, AC, I thought you said you left them. They was good. And so I guess between the time he left and the time he got back to his place, they had an argument, and she was like about to go because she got over there and realized that he was freaking tripping. She got over there and realized, you got me out the bed at old dark 30 to come over here because you tripping and you high. Because the nigga was back and acting paranoid, like.
Was he high? Because when I went over there, I swear I saw a DMT book on the table. Literally.
Ace told me that he was on shrooms.
So he was on shrooms.
He was on shrooms. And he says that in his video. He's so stupid. He go back and forth. I wasn't on shrooms. Okay, I do shrooms. I only smoke a little weed. I smoke a little weed and I drink, but I don't drink, but I do a little shrooms. Like, bitch, make up your mind. What do you do?
Okay, so we know for a fact that he definitely was on shrooms.
Yup. Yes, ma'am. He was on that shit. And so things unfold that way. Okay, so this is going into that night. I guess Golden, she went back home. Things was still like crazy or whatever. They didn't end up going to Miami because the dude, he was just online tripping, YP. So that day, I went home, I left there because I had, like I said, I have a toddler and I have my businesses I'm tending to. So I'm like, all right, I guess y'all ain't want I'm gonna go. I'm gonna check you later. And so I went home. And when later on he called me, he's like, yo, YP is tripping. I guess something happened with a gun. Okay, so Ace let YP hold one of his guns because, as you know, YP's a felon.
Yes, tell this story. Tell this story. This is the story. See, this is inside shit. Okay.
Yeah.
This is inside stuff that you guys don't know, but she knows because AC, the bodyguard, was her man. So
boo, I was sleeping right next to him, listening to all them phone calls, boo. Okay, I was right there, while I was holding you down and supporting you, you wasn't supporting me and my goals, and that's the problem. So, yeah, he let him hold the gun. Okay, then he tells him, after he's seen him tripping off the shrooms, he said, I'm gonna need the gun back. Because he's like, at this point, it's the liability.
No, that's not the part. I want to talk about the part where Pharaoh supposedly holds the gun to the girl, and AC was there.
AC was not there for that.
I thought he was there.
No, AC went there briefly.
Who took the gun from Pharaoh?
Maybe this happened before he retrieved the gun from him, because he got the gun from him like at night. So I'm not sure when that happened with the girl where he held the gun to her head and she urinated on herself.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure about what happened with that, but I just know that he went over there to get the gun, and YP didn't want to give him the gun, and he became disrespectful to Ace, and that's why AC was pissed off, because he was like, oh hell no, I've been putting up with so much shit from YP, he's not about to just talk to me any kind of way. And he went over there to confront him, okay, to tell him, like man to man, like, yo, what's up, you're not finna just talk to me any kind of way. And when he went over there, as y'all know, YP likes to vlog everything. He gets to pull it out his phone, trying to video chat. AC like, don't pull your phone out. I don't want to be on camera right now. I'm trying to, just talk to you man and man. I don't want to be on camera. So when he pulled the camera out, that's when AC was like, all right, I'm leaving. You tripping right now. You highly paranoid. You being disrespectful. Before it escalates, let me just go ahead and go. And that was his frame of mind. It wasn't like, oh, I'm leaving you. Fuck you. It was just like, nigga, you high. I don't know what else to do to help you. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you tomorrow. And as you see on the camera, you see him walking away. That's what he's saying. I got you on camera. He's saying that on the video. He's saying, I see your cameras, because he had access to YP's cameras from his phone.
Yeah, I heard him say, I got you on camera.
I got you on camera.
Because he like, stay far from him.
Yeah, he like, don't leave. I'm in danger. My life's in danger. My life's in danger. Like, this nigga tickled me because you the hardest dude online. I'm the hardest person. I'm the national banker. I'm the world's greatest banker. I'm the greatest banker. Donate to my Cash App. Like, shut the fuck up. You're the world's lamest nigga ever. And you ain't about that life. You ain't hard, nigga. I don't give a fuck what you talking about, that Buffalo shit, nigga. I know dudes that will have you for breakfast, boo. So stop playing. But that's what it was about so he left. Now, when he left, this what is crazy, because you left without a plan. So you walked away from YP, but YP was your bag. So, meanwhile, while I was over here trying to talk to you about stocks and getting your investments set up and investing some of that money that YP was paying you, because he was paying him a very nice salary,
Okay, so what was he doing with this? What was AC doing with the salary that YP was paying if he didn't listen to your financial advice, because you're a financial advisor?
Exactly. So he never would sit down with me anytime I would be like, yo, let's look at some stocks. Let's look at some investments. Oh, let's look at, I had on my daughter's birthday, I set up a mutual fund for her third birthday. Because I'm like, instead of buying toys she got enough toys, boo. I put $1,000 in a mutual fund for her. Like that's gonna benefit her later down the line. I don't care about no toys, you know. So I'm just that type of person. And he would say, "Tell me more about the mutual fund." And then when we would start talking about it more, it would, well, I'm gonna do that when I get ready. But what he was doing, his money, living expenses. Then he got that car. He got a new car, so that was a whole deal. And he does take care of his mother, which I can appreciate and respect him for. He does send his mother money every month to help her out. She's elder. And he was reinvesting like back into his businesses, his book, which I know, he got a book out. So he was, Lulu dropped his book. And so he had to like kind of reinvest back into getting a new publisher for his book and, all these other things. So, I mean, yeah, life was happening. But at the same time.
He was living an expensive lifestyle though.
Excuse me?
I said he was living an expensive lifestyle, going on trips and things like that.
Exactly. But my whole thing is that's all well and good. But you're on making these videos about how to be a high value man, and high value men plan for a rainy day. You can't just live in now, but you too old for that. We got to start being more responsible with our money. You getting all this money and you not putting nothing up, none of it. That's the problem. So
what happened? So what happened pretty much after, AC leaves Pharaoh's house?
So he basically did not feel safe in his own home anymore. He didn't know what YP was capable of, and YP had a key to his house. And so he basically came over here to be with me. He felt safer here. And so we pretty much stayed the next couple of weeks together until he put that bounty out on AC's head. And that's when shit really changed. Holy shit. I saw a whole new side of him that I think I'm gonna need some more tea. I'm gonna be right back, okay? 2 minutes, okay. Get some water.
Okay, y'all. So we gonna pick this up when she comes back. But what do you guys think so far? Do you guys have any questions or anything like that? I know you guys, somebody said the clout is gone, YP has failed. This is not about clout. This is not about anything like that. This is about the fact that, us as Black women, we oftentimes we sit in the background and we don't tell our stories. So we begin to see people not living in who they truly are, and not being who they truly are, not really being authentic. And so if we don't start speaking up, these people are going to mislead people into thinking that they are a certain type of way, and they're really not even living that lifestyle. They're just getting paid off of it or trying to look a certain way. So that's why we're doing this. This has nothing to do with clout.
Speak on it, okay? Because I really held high regard for both of these men. Let me tell you, anything negative somebody had to say about them, I was ready to go to war, And I just was really bamboozled. I really was tricked, and I feel I'm angry. I'm hurt. I'm losing my faith. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit really messed me up. Like I'm having trouble sleeping. I'm having trouble eating. My appetite is all fucked up. Like this
Girl,
shit
we both
really...
in the same boat. I've been having a hard time sleeping, forgiving. Started back smoking cigarettes.
No.
We in the same boat, Goddess J.
Yes, we are. And I really want to, shine some light on that this thing that happened with YP really affected a lot of people. It really affected a lot of people, and he really manipulated a lot of people. He really lied to a lot of people and made them think something that really wasn't,
Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay, for real, because I really believed him. I really believed in him. I really believed in the message. I really believed in Ace. I just was like, no, this is not what's happening. But it really fucking happened, and I got an inside view, and I'm hoping that I come through this. I'm hoping that my story can inspire another young lady not to fall into these traps of people who talk real good, but they actions don't align with what they're saying. So
yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm like crying.
no, it's really
because you just hit a nerve for me. You know what I mean? Because yes, it has really been difficult. You know what I mean? It's been very difficult. Because me and Joy, we're kind of in the same boat. And what I mean by when you hold two people in such high regards, as I held Pharaoh in very high regards, and I consider AC like a brother to me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And he did something to me in regards to you.
Let's tell that story. So, I met Leah, like I said, at the baby's birthday party. Then we saw each other again at the beach, at the beach place, whatever you want to call
it. The beach house.
The beach house.
Golden's party.
Yes. And so we bonded instantly. Our spirits were aligned. I felt like the color purple, like me and you.
You made them apart. Right.
We just really clicked. And so, I told Ace that, like, hey, I like her. She's pretty dope or whatever. And he was cool with that. And then when we left the beach house and we got back to Houston, I saw you had posted online that one night you weren't feeling well and you really didn't have no friends like that in Houston. And I could relate. I'm new here too, so I'm like, hey, what's up? I hit you up. I'm like, yo, I'm about to come get you and have a drink. Like, let's go out or whatever, and you were like, down. And so I went and I told Ace about it. And, we had a good time. You were telling me you were falling on hard times. And I'm like, yo, well, come join my business. Let me help you make some money while you're here. Because, at the time, I didn't even know how YP had totally did you with having you come here and then leaving you fucking hanging like he did. Like, oh my God. I couldn't believe that. So I'm trying to help you, I'm like, hey, let's align, let's lock in. We're beautiful, talented, melanated women. Let's lock in and let's do the damn thing, And so when I was excited and everything, we went out, we had a great time. And I got home. That next day, I talked to Ace and I told him about it. And I told him how you were going to join me in business or whatever. And he was like, whoa, like, no, that's not going to be okay. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, no, because I prefer not for you not to mix with Pharaoh's people. I prefer you to just, kind of stay behind the scenes. I don't really know what's going on with him, with her and YP. And so I just don't want you to be in the mix of it. That's how he tried to make it seem to me. I don't want you to be in the mix of whatever may happen between them or, and then it was when you went through what you went through with Smackwater, okay, I was around them. I was at Ace's house and YP came over, okay? And that's when I heard YP say that basically, he wasn't going to protect you. He felt like you got yourself into whatever you got yourself into with Smackwater. That's not none of his business. And he's not really, fuck with you like that. And I was just appalled because I'm like, this woman was at your beach house. This woman I seen at your baby's birthday party. Like,
First of all, how this is for the record, just so everybody know, how does Pharaoh act with me? Like
Always
I'm one of
love.
his greatest friends ever.
Always love. He's like introduced you in high regard, and that's what I couldn't understand. It was like one minute he was introducing you in high regard and speaking highly of it, and the next minute it was like, oh, I don't really know about that, and he was telling Ace to kind of pull back from you, and in turn I had to pull back from him. But I never understood, but just out of respect for him and what was going on, I was like, okay, you know, I'll back off if it's presenting.
She wasn't even answering my calls, y'all.
And that was wrong. That was wrong, because let me tell you,
my feelings was hurt, y'all.
I know.
I felt like
my feelings was hurt too. I know.
I was like, this is my soul sister. Like, we just vibrated on the same frequency. So I was hurt. I ain't gonna lie. But go ahead.
And I'm gonna give you the apology that maybe you will never get from YP or Ace. You know, that I'm really sorry that unfolded that way, and that wasn't cool. And I told you that when I saw you at the book signing.
I came to the book signing.
Yes, you came to the book signing. And
I left early, by the way, on purpose. I'm letting you know that.
I know. I would have left too. I would have left.
After me and you spoke, I left early on purpose. Because it's like, how are both of these men that I feel like I hold him at a high regard. The other, I feel like I look at him like a big brother. Like, literally, that's how I looked at Ace. Like, if anybody ever heard me speak about Ace, like, I speak about him in the highest regards. Like, I respected him to the fullest. So to know that two people that I literally considered a part of my tribe, did this to me when I came over. Sorry, y'all, I'm about to cry.
No, you came to support
when I came to,
and that's why your video hit me so hard. This rising, when I watched it, it hit me in my spirit, because it's like, no matter how loyal we are, no matter how submissive we are, no matter how much we listen, no matter how loving and nurturing we are as melanated queens, sometimes it just seems like it don't even matter. It don't even matter. We still get played. We still get did dirty.
Right. I went over there, supported him for his book signing. I bought one book, but paid for 2 books. And then only to find out that you did that to me, Ace. Yo, that shit hurt.
But you know, he called.
And that's why I left early. That's why I was like, okay, I'm out. He
called himself kind of trying to you know, put it off on YP, but I don't know now if it was really about that. I don't know. I'm questioning everything. I'm questioning everything in my mind that took place. I'm like, I really just can't believe that, you know, how shit unfolded. But back to the story where we kind of got off track a little bit.
No, we didn't, but because we still talking about real stuff that happened. But let's go back to the story.
Okay. That shit happened. I kind of forgot where I was.
Okay, so we were at the point where AC came and stayed with you for a couple weeks because he felt like he didn't feel comfortable staying at his house.
Which I couldn't understand, because I'm like, you're a whole bodyguard. You got all this arsenal at your disposal. He got several weapons, you know. Why do you feel like you can't stay at your place? I don't know, but I felt like as his woman, you know, I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna protect you. I'm a rider, you know what I'm saying? And I'm mad at that part of myself, because like, you didn't even really deserve that energy for real, because you didn't have the same for me. Because when shit hit the fan with YP, everything with us went out the window, you know. All the poly shit that we were supposed to be building, everything with our relationship that we were supposed to be building, all of that went. I don't know. It was all about him. It was all about, okay, well, I got to figure out what I'm about to do. I got to figure out what next move I'm going to make. And I'm like, so where does that leave us? I'm left like, he's like, oh well, we can do the long distance thing, right? But what I really wanted to touch on was how when Pharaoh, when YP put that bond on his head. Let's tap in
Yeah,
on
let's
that.
talk about this part because this part is good.
Oh my goodness. So when he's here with me, whatever, we're kind of hiding now. I'm kind of thrown off. My whole world is kind of shaking now because everything that we usually do is now different. You're here with me most of the time. I'm not really used to that. So I'm like, okay, I'm adjusting, whatever. I've been in the Navy too, so I'm a veteran. Like, I can maneuver through anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm very versatile. And
So let me ask you this too. I don't want to get off subject. We're going to get back on track. How was his relationship with your daughter?
Oh, wow.
Because you're supposed to be a high value man.
Okay.
You're supposed to be building, right? You're supposed to be building a family unit, okay? Investing into yourself, investing into your woman. You say all of these wonderful things. How was that?
So,
because he was there with you for a few weeks, and even before then, y'all 10 months in? So
yeah, I've been with him since January. So when my daughter was around, he's kind of like he'll play with her a little bit. He's more like high, but he's one of more so of a type of man that's really like kind of to himself. He don't really believe in like having kids. Like in his, well, he would tell me, I just believe in like, keeping distance from kids because motherfuckers is weird. People is pedophiles. I don't want nobody to think like I'm weird with the kids. So he would kind of keep his distance from her. Like, he never said nothing bad about the baby, none of that. He would, oh, hello and everything, but he pretty much stayed in the room. We didn't never do nothing together as far as that. Like, we never went anywhere together with with my daughter. We never did like play dates or nothing like that. But he's 49, so I just kind of had attributed that to his age. Like,
no, that don't matter. Like, you got a bond. If this is someone that you are serious with, I remember my stepfather bonded with us. Mm-hmm. Because he wanted to marry my mother.
Okay, this is a package deal.
And I was older. I was 17. You get what I mean?
Okay.
So for you to claim to be this self-proclaimed high-value man, it's just a lot of ways that you move in that's not cool. It's so much we got to talk about.
Hey, that was definitely part of it. I feel like for me, like, I was questioning whether this will work out because I do feel like that you're gonna have to be like that for my daughter. It's a package deal for me. So that was a red flag. The non-supportiveness was a red flag. The way he was moving through poly was a red flag. And
we'll talk about that after we go back to the 2 weeks, because that's important, y'all. Y'all have to hear this. Like, it's so much to cover that I know you guys are like, dang.
And look, I'm supposed to be going on a trip tomorrow. I haven't even packed or nothing. I'm actually going to Detroit tomorrow to bury my cousin. May she rest in peace. My very favorite cousin, Sophia. She passed away from breast cancer. And she was 35. And I just want to let y'all know, y'all queens that's listening, please, please, please pay attention to your body, especially your breasts, and Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Get the mammograms, get them checkups, do a self-exam, so.
Okay, so we don't, because you gotta.
Okay. So, go ahead.
So after that, right, so he's scared, issues going on in the home. I mean, issues with YP. YP put the bond on his head.
Yes, so YP put the bond on his head. And that really sent him into overdrive. You know, he really took that very seriously, as did I initially. But as I began to watch YP more, I realized that he's really an online character. He really tries. He's an online, what they call an internet thug. You the internet thug, nigga. You not you're not gonna back up none of what you're talking about for real. But you know, at the same time, you don't, as a person, you hearing somebody putting 50K on your head, you don't know that he's taking it very seriously. He was very paranoid. Ace was walking around with all of his weapons on him. If we went anywhere outside the house, which was maybe, you know, picking my daughter up and taking her to daycare or something like that, you know, he was extremely paranoid and felt like something was going to take place to him. So much so that he got up out of here and went to Miami for a little bit, until things cooled down, which y'all could see that was all online. That was public information. He went to Miami. I think he was here with me for like a couple of weeks, and then he went to Miami until things cooled down. But before he did that, the T, like YP pressing those charges on him. I mean, I done got ahead of myself. The drink kicked in. So he pressed charges on YP for that threat.
That's
see, he's right there.
So right there, that is AC talking to the police officer right there.
Yeah.
As you guys can see, I mean, I don't know if it's easy to see, but you know, that's his bald head.
We got these receipts, baby. Okay.
That's him right there. He did press charges on him. Also, you know.
Right. That's the case number. That's the case, public information. You can look that up. YP does have a warrant for his arrest for a terroristic threat.
So YP has a warrant for his arrest right now.
Out there, Ace the police. He's a Freemason. I know he's a Freemason because he was in the video with Rick Ross. That's my YP impersonation. He was in the video with Rick Ross. So
YP does have a warrant out for his arrest at this point.
Yes,
just to let you guys know. So if you guys hear of him going to jail, now you guys know why.
I hope he get clapped. I hope he do. I hope he do go to jail, because you know why? Like, he really did a lot of people wrong, and at the end of the day, that shit not right, and you got to pay your karmic debt, you know. And so he always talking about jail anyway. That must be his favorite place to be, because the nigga can't stop talking about, I was locked up, prison cell, CO had me. I was like this. They was doing operation on my 33rd vertebrae
or whoever.
They was operating on this 33rd vertebrae. Nigga, you is so lame.
Which vertebrae? Because it's 33 vertebrae. So when you said they was operating on your 33rd, are you talking about your very last vertebrae? Or are you, I don't know. When he said
at this point, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. He's crazy for real. But you know what I'm saying? While he was talking about Ace the police, no, Ace is not the police, but Ace talked to the police. So you might want to take care of that, YP.
YP, you might
want to go talk to them people, YP.
YP, there's your case
number. You might want to handle that, YP.
There's your case number for terroristic threats.
Terroristic threat, you cannot do that online to somebody. Huh?
I said, there's your unit number. I was.
I can't make this shit up. So why you know, talking about, you don't, you know, and I was like telling him that he needed to respond online. I felt like he did, you know, but his manager, because Ace is also an actor, was telling him that it would not be a good time because he's got a movie coming out. It's not a good time to really go public with this situation with YP or whatever. But I was like, stand up for your name. Stand up for what they talking about. Be this high value man that you're talking about. Like, what's up? You kind of tucking your tail right now. Like, what's up? You know?
I don't know. He's AC is. I think AC is being mature, but also I feel like AC is being a pussy.
It's a little bit of both for me. It's giving a little bit of both for me. And I'm over the whole people telling people to be mature. Oh, be the bigger person. I'm over being the bigger person. I've done it. I've been loyal. I've been down for you. I've been holding my silence for you. Fuck all that. You know.
So let's talk about this car situation.
Oh.
You know, I don't want to go into too much detail, but let's talk about the fact that you've been basically, you feel as though you've been used for money.
I do. And you know,
we're not gonna get into too much specifics about the car because of other things. But basically,
we just tell it like it is. You know what happened with the vehicle. So y'all know, y'all seen, if you follow Ace Heru, you know in his stories that he left abruptly shortly after his falling out with YP. He could no longer afford the lifestyle that he was living. You know, he had a really nice place out in Katy, his really nice brand new car. You know, lots of other expenses and things like that. So when shit hit the fan.
Hold up. That pisses me off. You know why? Because I moved out here for YP.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me a budget of $1,500 on my place.
Mm-hmm.
And that nigga never paid a motherfucking dime.
Cause I'm telling you, because that's some shady shit. But
he paid $800 when I was about to get, when I didn't have not one no other way of paying. Remember, I told you about this, Goddess J. But that pisses me off.
That's terrible.
But go ahead.
That's terrible. But you know, just know that you're not alone. And I feel your pain. I feel your frustration. You know. But our glow up is going to be so real. The glow up is going to be so real. And that's
the glow up is already here.
It's already here. You already receiving your abundance, because when you operate in righteousness, and I want y'all to know out there, when you operate in righteousness, good things happen to you. Good things come to you. Abundance flows to and through you, because they can't stop that shine. But, you know, when he got ready to go, it was the problem with the car. He was going to return the vehicle. Okay, so he had asked YP had expressed interest in the car, and he asked him, okay, are you going to purchase it? Whatever, if you want to purchase it. We drew up an agreement or whatever. I notarized the agreements, and YP wouldn't sign it. And so he was like, I don't know what I'm finna do with this car. I'm just going to turn it in. And I'm like, no. I'm like, you know, I'm concerned about your credit because I know how hard it is as the people to just, you know, get good credit. I worked really hard on my personal credit. I have a 715 credit score. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, don't fuck your credit up. Let's just think of a way we can fix this. You know, I said, what about if we put the car on Turo? Okay, so he was like, what is Turo? You know nothing about Turo. I have been watching mad videos on Turo because I'm thinking about starting another business venture and getting me some cars on Turo. And so I have been watching.
We talked about that.
Yeah. Shout out to Earn Your Leisure. Their channel is pretty dope. They got lots of videos on Turo if you're thinking about getting the extra stream of income on Turo. And so I'm like, let's just put the car on Turo for a minute to kind of buy you some time or whatever. You know, I'm gonna I agreed to take care of the car note, you know, just to kind of, okay, the agreement was you keep the car, put the car on Turo, and whatever money you get from that, you know, kind of pay you back from what you spent. I paid to get the wrap taken off the car because that was like a very big, I don't even know why he wrapped that damn car, okay? Because at the end, when it came down to it, when shit hit the fan, YP, he was paranoid as fuck in that car because it stood out like a sore thumb, baby. That car is like one of a kind, the Egyptian hieroglyphics. I told him it was a stupid idea from the beginning, but you know, he was so aligned with YP. You ain't listening to your queen. You listening to YP. Okay, so you tapped in with him. He got you, right? He got you. Okay, so you do that, and he left. He went to Miami, back to where he's from, and you know, a couple of weeks later, he starts saying, "Well, I'm thinking about coming to get the car, coming up there to get the car." Wait a minute. We agreed to keep this car on Toro for a minute so I could, you know, get my money back. First of all, you know what I'm saying? Second of all, like, if you got it to come up here, to fly up here and drive the vehicle back, why you couldn't have made a car note? You know what I'm saying? So, but I digress, you know. So yeah, anyway, long story short, I had the car on Turo for maybe 2 to 3 weeks. It got ridden out for a few weekends. And then as of today, actually, he flew in to get the vehicle and take the vehicle back to where he's from without even so much as being like, hey, here's something for holding things down. Thank you for holding things down. It was none of that.
No, but why did he come get the car? Why did he fly? This is the point.
Okay. So
I'm tired of these fuck ass.
So one reason I thought he really came to get the car, because I had asked him, I'm taking a road trip to Detroit, actually. I like to drive. I don't have a problem driving at all. I like road trips. I like me and my little sister actually going. I feel like it's a good time to bond and really, you know, see more of the land. And so I had asked him, would he mind? I said, you know, we could call it even on what I spent on the vehicle. Let me take the vehicle to Detroit with me, you know, just out of respect. It's your car. Let me let you know what's going on with it. And he said, no, you can't take the car. I don't want you to take the car. That's a lot of miles on the car. Oh, I'm going to need new tires by the time you get back with the car. And by the time I do, that's going to be another one. Like, my baby, are you serious? You're going to need new tires on the car? What am I going to be doing? Burning out in
this? This is a brand new car.
On a road trip.
This is a brand spanking new car.
This is a brand new 2021 Challenger. That hoe got 4,000 something miles on it. Really? What am I going to do to the car? And if I do something to the car, baby, I can afford to pay for it. You can't. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the problem? Like, if something happens to it, I got it. Okay. But just know, I just want to really hold on that. Real high value men support you in your goals. They support you in your dreams. They support you in your endeavors, whatever that may be. And if somebody's not doing that, that's a red flag. Immediately go the other way, because it should not just be about them all the time. And that's what I really want to hone in on tonight. You know, like.
So how did Ace do polygamy with you?
So, you know, when he had come here, we talked it over, you know, and I saw some of his videos about poly, and I was like, yeah, I had been in a poly union previously. Actually, before him, I had been in one other poly union, and I shared with him how that union didn't work out. And so he was like, yeah, well, I'm poly, but he had never actually practiced it, you know, like in its full form. Because anybody can just go around and be sleeping with multiple women. Like, are you really building, though? Are you really building? So that's what he made it seem like to me, like he really wanted to build something, like he really wanted to make something solid happen. And that's not what was going on. You know, we had several experiences with a few different queens, and none of it ever really panned out as far as move into the building phase, you know? And that's
And
what I
how did
really
he
want.
treat the other young woman who he was in a relationship with in Florida?
Oh, you talking about the goddess. Yeah, well, let's talk about that because that was a big point of contention for us. When he came here, he was in a relationship with a goddess in Florida. Okay. And so he had always told me from the jump about it. I was cool with it. That I'm pro poly. I'm not a jealous queen. I'm not envious. I'm not like none of that. Like it's all good. Like so, what's up with her? What's going on? How can we build with her? That was always my thing. Like And so he told me she did not have her paperwork together. She's an immigrant. She's from Haiti. So he wasn't sure whether or not he was really going to build with her because he felt like she was a liability. But in that same breath, he wasn't telling her that. He was telling her something different. He was telling her that she was coming here. He was telling her that they were building together. He was telling her that, oh, once I get myself settled in Houston, you could come here and we gonna build this big, happy poly thing together. So she came here to visit. One particular time, and she started asking questions, like, so where can I put my things? So where do you see this going? How you see this built? You know what I'm saying? And those questions could not be answered. Those questions got met with a lot of tension. Those questions got met with just fall in line. Kind of like what YP do. You need to just fall in line. You need to listen. You need to just and it's like, no, you can't expect queens to do that. We need.
So is it true to say that YP and Ace Heru are kind of birds of a feather, but a little different because of Ace Heru's wisdom?
Yes. Ace Heru would even say that to me on multiple occasions, how he felt like he saw aspects of himself in Pharaoh, like his younger self. Of course, he had matured over the years, but some shit just don't change. And that's what I feel like. And I was told that actually by the goddess who was at the pool party with us when she did a Reiki reading for us, and she told me that, as women, our yoni holds a creative energy, okay? When we share our bodies with men, they take up our creative energy, our good energy, our sacred energy, okay? And use it to fuel themselves while not giving a fuck about us. They give a fuck what we make happen. They just gonna take up all our space and then, use it for their advantage.
I feel like that happened to me.
Hell yeah, it happened to me too. There was so many times, that I would be with Ace and just, giving him, pouring into him, pouring life into him, speaking life into him, because there would be times he wouldn't really even believe in his damn self. And I would be there and being his biggest fucking cheerleader. Like, you got this, man. You can do this, think about this idea and that idea. And next thing I know, he coming out with some YouTube video about what the fuck we talking about. So it's like, you really was using my creative energy to fuel yourself. But when I needed your support, where were you? He helped me actually with getting that life insurance policy. I was up for a promotion in the company. I said, yo, I'm up for a promotion. I'm right there. I just, need somebody to help me out, get this policy signed, so I could reach my next goal. You couldn't even help me do that, but I could pour into you constantly. And that's what we do wrong as women. We do wrong. That's not right. We just think.
I mean, you've given, first of all, I know for a fact how you treat AC. The reason how I know is because when I stayed at the beach house and I had stayed the night and you stayed the night and I woke up and you made him breakfast.
All the time.
And you made him tea and you catered. You literally catered to him. I know because you made me breakfast. It was good. Thank you. But
I'm that type of goddess. I'm nurturing, I'm catering, I'm loving, I'm supportive. I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader. I'm going to clap you on. I'm going to lift you up. But it's like can I get that same? Can I get that same energy? I need you to keep that same energy for me.
So
And it
you
wasn't
really
like
wasn't
that.
getting that either.
Huh?
You wasn't getting that back.
No, it wasn't. Because everything was everything was about YP. Everything was about him building with YP. And when the shit fell apart, so did we. It was like I was a part of the equation. I was just here for the show. That's how I feel. I was just
And
here
then when
to.
AC left, when he left Houston, where did he go? We got to talk about it. This shit, we got to talk about it because you're a high value man, right?
Yeah, you're a high value man. He even made a video not too long ago talking about the
You got
markers.
money stashed up. You got it like that.
Huh?
You couldn't even pay your car note. I'm sorry. Let me rant real quick.
Go ahead.
You couldn't even pay your car note and shit. You let my friend pay your shit. Take the rap off of your shit. But then the moment she wanted to do something for herself in the car that she paid for 2 months, you find a way to get a plane ticket to come and get your car because you was afraid she was going to drive it. Fuck you. Fuck boy. You a fuck boy. You're not a high value man. You a
and that's
fuck
how
boy.
I feel. Huh?
I said he a fuck boy. So where did he go right after that?
So he went back to Miami to stay with the queen, who he didn't want to even come here and move with him, to stay back with her in her studio apartment.
Trash bag mentality. Garbage bag mentality. You are not a high value man. Ace.
And meanwhile, I just kept thinking, like, damn, if you would have even sat down for a minute and listened to some of the business ideas I had, you wouldn't be in this position right now. Because I would have showed you what to do with your money. Like, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I may not have everything. I'm not trying to say like I'm just balling, but baby, I got it. Like, if I need to be straight for a few months, I got it, like without nothing else coming in. So I just expected that from him, and that's not what happened. What I saw was, he said that I folded because when he told me he was coming to, get the car or whatever, I was like, that's really fucked up. And, I'm good on this. I'm good on this long distance shit. I'm good on you. I'm just good. I can't do it. Even when he got back to Miami, he started acting real funny, real shady. Like, only call me every blue moon, talking about, I don't really have nothing to talk about. That's why I haven't really been talking to you like that. Okay, well, if you don't got nothing to talk about, I don't got nothing to talk about neither then. Fuck you, for real. But I feel like if you really was about that life and you really had good intentions for me, you would have been like, I'm not letting that go. Let me make sure I'm staying on my shit, on my purpose. But he tried to make it seem like, oh, well, I'm just, I'm on my high value man shit, so I don't have time for women right now. Bullshit, okay? Because your queen is one of the most valuable pieces on the chessboard. And anybody who plays chess know that. So
and now you stand in a studio apartment mooching off yet another woman and claiming still to be a high value man.
Right.
We should take your whole fucking book off the shelf. For real.
Let's talk about that book. So, Lulu had dropped him from their publishing. They no longer wanted to. They gave him some brief explanation about why they could no longer publish the book due to the material content. Basically, that's what they said. And so he had to get another publisher. So he went with Angela Stanton Publishing, and she started, the process on his book. Everything was live in the beginning. Shorty was hitting him up regularly. Oh, this gonna be a hit. The things popped with YP. Angela Stanton has totally kind of changed her tune, and I'm just wondering, like, maybe she see what I see. Maybe she see ain't no real high value shit going on around here, baby, for real. And her name about to be on the book, I don't know, Angela. Maybe you should think about that.
Maybe you should, Angela, because I'm just tired of these fake ass, phony ass niggas manipulating black women to get things that they want,
Mm-hmm.
and acting like it's our fucking fault.
And I promise you, he act like it's totally my fault. Even when I was break things off, he was like, "Oh, it's only been a couple of weeks. I've been gone, and you folded already, nigga. I folded. How dare you? How dare you fix your lips to say I folded when I have been nothing but there for you since day one, since you moved to this motherfucking city." Making excuses for you, why you wouldn't show up to certain things, why you was so far up YP's ass, making excuses for you and your behavior. You know what I'm saying? And so how dare you even fix your lips after you came and laid in my house, ducked off from this nigga. You know, like how dare you? I'm just so appalled. I'm so fucking appalled. Excuse my language, but I'm just.
You got anything else on that list that you want to talk about?
Girl, let me see. Okay. I think we pretty much covered just him being unprepared, and the truth also was about him promising Ace 20K. So when how he got Ace to move here was YP promised Ace $20,000 to relocate here and to get him started off in his endeavors or whatever. But when he got here, YP kind of piecemealed him a little bit, you know, kind of how he do everybody else. Like he kept making excuses for not giving it to him. And I feel like Ace was really banking on that. He's told me that on multiple occasions that he was really banking on that, and that never happened. So it's like, see how that came full circle? Because you can't do women wrong and think it's not gonna happen to you too. You thought that shit wasn't gonna happen to you too, and it did. You know what I'm saying? Like you thought he wasn't gonna pay you too, because he's so like, my man's, this my man's, you know, 100 grand. Nigga, you got played too.
I thought this was my best friend, Goddess J. Listen, me and Pharaoh used to talk all the time for hours. We talked about freaking building. We even looked into like mall complexes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Talking about putting Added Nation there and doing this, like all the stuff that y'all hear him talking about, all his LLCs and businesses that he have in mind, we've already discussed it. And I literally uprooted my whole family.
You uprooted your whole family. And I wanted you to speak on that, Kalea. And I really wanted you to speak on what you had told me about that. It was some other queens out there that had uprooted themselves as well to come and move here for him.
Oh yeah. Well, see, my situation was a little different. I wasn't, when I moved to Houston, I wasn't in an intimate relationship with Pharaoh. Mm-hmm. And that's well known. I wasn't.
Okay.
So I moved here to do business with Pharaoh. And of course, I had feelings for him. I'm not going to deny that I had feelings for Pharaoh. I cared about Pharaoh. I loved him very much. So when I moved here, I was supposed to move here to start a mobile nail and beauty salon with Pharaoh. That's what we had, planned on doing. He had gave me a $1,500 a month price for my place to stay. Okay. So that's why I found this place. This place is $1,500 a month. Mm-hmm. Okay. He told me that he could handle that and take care of that until we got the business up and running. Right. So January comes, right? That's when you met Ace. Mm-hmm. January comes. I move here January the 1st. That's when I moved to Houston.
Wow, New Year's Day.
Right. I moved here January the 1st. And I'm calling Pharaoh. I can't even fucking reach Pharaoh.
Wow.
I didn't talk to Pharaoh for 2 weeks after I moved here.
Wow.
He knew that I was moving here.
Right. He told you to move here.
We've been planning moving here. Didn't hear anything from Pharaoh. Like, literally, didn't hear. I didn't talk to Pharaoh until February. I think you and AC were probably already seeing each other.
Yes, at that point.
That's when AC brought Pharaoh over to my house because Pharaoh was mad paranoid at that time.
He is. I'm telling you, he's so YP is so paranoid. He doesn't go anywhere. He rarely really leave his house. He's very institutionalized. And niggas pillow talk. Niggas pillow talk. And so that would be the nature most of the time. Most of the time that me and Ace were seeing each other, it would be at night. And so it would be after we both had our long days. I had business, had to take care of the baby. After I would get the baby in bed, I would go over there or he would come here and, we would kind of process our days together. And he just was telling me just how he was, like how everything was unfolding, and it was crazy. It was really crazy, and how he just.
So AC brought him over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I felt weird, like when we first seen each other again. Mind you, I had just seen YP that September. I think it was October.
Mm-hmm.
When he did the interview with Nick Cannon, because I was there and AC was there. We were the only two people there.
Okay.
So Pharaoh comes to see me with AC, and I was like, what? Like, he had to literally wait until he could come with AC to come to my house. He's never done that before. Do you know how long I've known him?
Right? Like, ain't that weird? Like, nigga, you can't go nowhere without your
really
bodyguard.
that paranoid. Then I think that's when I seen a little difference. Like, cause I've been knowing him this long, so I seen a little difference.
And that's the thing. Like, did you really know him, or did you think you knew him?
I think I knew him. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I've been around him so many times. Goddess J.
And so he started changing this year, though.
Yeah, I've been around him so many times. I done went and picked Pharaoh up by myself and took him places.
Wow.
So when he had felt the need to have Ace Heru here,
wow,
I thought that was weird.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because before you trusted me with so much, but then you switched up on me.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
that should have been a red flag. That should have been a red flag. Like, hold on, what's going on? But when
I seen that should have been. But my first red flag was me having to wait such a long time.
Yeah.
To talk to Pharaoh when I moved here. When for years we've been discussing my move.
Mm-hmm.
That's the crazy. We've been discussing this shit for years. I got the receipts. So lie about it. I'll post the receipts. If you say I'm not telling the truth, I will post them. I'll go all the way back 4 years, 2 years. I got at least 10 text messages, Instagram messengers.
Damn.
So yeah, that was weird. So then I began, like, over just a course of time, I noticed and realized there was a lot of women, well, a couple women here that I knew, who knew Pharaoh.
Wow.
Who all lived in different states.
Mm-hmm.
But now, all of a sudden, they live in Houston.
Oh, snap. How did they get in Houston?
And so one of the goddesses, I'm not going to say her name, if she want to come on here and tell her story, which I doubt she will, because she's just that type of woman, like how you were over AC, not speaking their truth. She's that type of woman. This is
Because
something these girls be dealing.
I really thought I was being like protective. We're just honoring him, but I realized at the same time by honoring him, I wasn't honoring myself and my voice. So I think that as women, we need to come away from there. Like we got to stop protecting people that wouldn't protect us. We got to stop being so caring for people that don't care about us.
Mm-hmm. Like this rabbit hole goes deep, y'all.
Mm.
So one of the young ladies who I knew he was messing with, you know, I knew he was dealing with. I wind up talking to her. I'm not going to say her name.
Okay.
And she tells me that, she moved out here for him too.
Mm.
But not for him the way I moved out here for him with business.
Right. In a romantic way. She moved.
It was in a romantic way.
Okay. Mm.
And come to find out through her that she's talked to a couple other women who, yes, same thing.
Who moved for him.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Like I thank goodness for my awakening and for the veil being uncovered. I feel like this season, this new season, today was a new moon, and it's really bringing about the unveiling and of people and their fakeness and what's real and what's going on out here. And so I'm just so glad that you were exposed, to what's really happening before it got too deep.
New moon in Leo.
Okay. But one of the things I really want to talk about was him telling me about how Pharaoh YP, because nigga, you ain't no Pharaoh, was planning a cult. Okay. So I really didn't have like a lot of knowledge about what a cult is prior to maybe like a couple months ago. I mean, you hear the term, right? Like, oh, that's the cult.
Hold up, wait.
So I didn't really know what a cult was. So we had watched a documentary about Jim Jones and the Davidians, David and the Davidians, and what happened with that. And I was just so blown away. And he was telling me how YP is kind of planning the same type of thing. He bought some land in the Caribbean. That's not no secret. He talks publicly about that, how he bought land in the Caribbean, and he's looking to expand our nation to that land, and how he started like drafting up the rules and everything, what's going to be the rules and regulations of our nation. And he already kind of started going into it publicly. Oh, if you're going to be our nation, you gotta sign NDA. You gotta sign an NDA first of all. Then if you're going to be our nation, oh, you can't eat no meat. You can't eat no meat. You gotta be a vegetarian. You gotta be a vegan. Or if you're gonna be our nation, you gotta be down with poly. If you're not pro poly, you know what I'm saying? So he's drawing up all of these rules and regulations of what our nation is gonna look like. In our nation, he's building it to go over there overseas. And so he was telling me all about that and how YP has been planning that and how AC started to pull back a little bit from him once he started realizing that he was building this cult. I was just like, what?
These plans.
Huh?
I've been knowing about these plans, but the way that YP presented it to me at the time, but now I see it for what it is.
Don't it look?
Was nothing.
Let me just say that I wasn't saying. I was drinking the Kool-Aid, baby. I was so like, oh, this sounds wonderful, and breaking away from the masses and, really being off the grid and on our own type of time. But you ain't no leader. You can't even lead your own family. And this is what we need to start really looking at with these leaders. If you don't even have a family yourself, your family's in shambles, how the hell you about to lead the masses? You can't even get it together with the queen who got right beside you.
This man said, I just don't understand when all of this was in the works because lectures said, let me tell you something.
He said what?
He said he don't understand where all of this was in the works because lectures just stopped. Listen, Joy been around for about 10 months. I've been around for almost 6 years. I'm going to tell you right now, the last 3 to 4 years, we've been talking about Odd Nation. 3
He been
years
building
ago,
it. He
it
been
wasn't
talking
called
about it.
Odd
He been
Nation.
building.
3 years ago, he didn't have the name for it at that point. And if he did, he didn't share it with me.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
He didn't share it with me.
Mm-hmm.
But this shit he been talking about this forever. And now that Joy mentions it, yo, it was a cult.
It was a cult. It was a cult, yo. Like when
Oh
when Ace used to be telling me about it, I'm like, yo, this shit really blew my mind. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't have no knowledge of what a cult was. I heard of it, but then when we watched the documentary on Netflix, I really forgot what it was called, but it went all into the Davidians, and the Jim Jones really has stood out to me. And like he was pointing out the similarities and what YP was doing and what they was doing. And it really just blew. I was like, what? Like I didn't realize I had been so enthralled. You know, I didn't realize I had been so, I don't know what the hell you will call it, but the more
we dropped the Kool-Aid.
yeah, that's it. And so I can only
listen. Outspoken Rebel, YP has way more money than Nature Boy had. So I'm gonna tell you right now, he was not Nature Boy 5.0. Nature Boy was trying to get to YP's level. Let's be honest.
I think they both was on the same frequency, honestly, just in different forms.
But I'm talking about YP could have really went further. He had not lost his mind, he was way past Nature Boy.
I think that you can go further with your queen, okay? You can go further with your woman because, like he had put out, the black woman is God, and I really do stand on that. I don't care what he's talking about now with this new rhetoric, okay? When you don't honor your God, when you don't honor your woman, you cannot go far. It's gonna crash and burn, okay? So until he does that, everything you think everything you think about is gonna fail.
Honestly, I don't want to say this, but I know that I'm a powerful goddess, right? And I feel like, yes, when he did that to Kamel, but also when he did that shit to me, you gotta answer to my ancestors, YP.
Yes, you gotta answer to that. How you did them women out there, how you did Kelly, how you did your Tania, you know, and I really feel for her because I knew what was happening behind the scenes. I knew she wasn't lying. You know what I'm saying? I could see right through all the manipulation.
He did wrong, for real.
He really did her wrong. He really did her wrong, and all she wanted was for her to for YP to respect her, and she was okay with Polly. She just wanted it in a certain way, and he could not respect that because he could not get over his whorish ways. He's very entitled. YP is very narcissistic, egotistical, all of that. Everything people been saying about him is true. He's nothing spiritual about him. Okay, I'll never forget.
Let's talk about when we went to the beach for the full moon. For the new moon.
That's what I was about to touch on.
Rituals, and none of them niggas over there wanted to do
nobody. I was like, we on the beach. It's the new moon. You know what I'm saying? I asked YP because I was a fan of his music. One of my very favorite songs was "Ritual" by him. And if you ever seen the video,
Guns J, was we not ready?
We was ready. We was ready to do some ritual, okay? And I asked YP, I said, do you do ritual? You do any moon rituals or any other type of rituals? And he said, I'm a god. What I need to do rituals for? I don't do no rituals, because he told me he felt like rituals would be like kind of like a slap in the face to his ancestors, because he is Pharaoh reincarnated. Basically, he don't need no ritual type shit, I was.
Do he not know that pharaohs did rituals all the time?
Excuse me? What you say?
Do he not know that pharaohs did rituals all
Do you not know ritual is important? Idiots. Don't matter. We in this earthly realm. Whatever you
Let's
thinking
talk
about.
about his eating habits, because I did want to talk about
Boo!
that.
I have to use the restroom. I'm gonna be right back in 2 minutes, okay?
We're gonna talk about YP's eating habits because of course, yes, he's vegetarian-ish. Well, I've never seen him eat any meat. But healthy is something that no. He does not eat healthy. Okay? No, no. No, no, no. I remember one time I took Pharaoh to Burger King to get an Impossible Burger. I was surprised that we actually went to Burger King, and like, it don't matter. Pharaoh talks bad about fast food. Like, fast food, he talks horribly about fast food. And I took him to Burger King and he got an Impossible Burger. And I was just like, with the fries and everything. And I was just looking like, and yeah, like pizza with cheese on it from Pizza Hut, from like the Domino's pizza, and you know, like just stuff that I was surprised. I'm gonna just say I was surprised. I was very surprised. I can't talk like about as far as meat goes because yeah, yes, outspoken rebel, yes, but I can't talk about meat because I just recently started back eating seafood, but um, so I'm not like dissing him, but it's like if you talk so highly, about your eating habits and things like that, and you preach all of these stuff about food and eating, and then you sit up here literally and you eating Burger King and an Impossible Burger with some fucking fries.
Yeah, Ace talked a lot about YP's eating habits. He was very concerned by his eating habits because Ace takes a lot of pride in his diet and feel like that's a part of being a high value man is that you care about what you put into your body, what you eating, keeping up with your workout regimen, and his diet is trash. Okay, that's why his skin looks like that.
Trash.
People be talking about why his skin all broke out because the nigga eating tacos and burritos and processed bullshit all day. You don't eat, it's not no life going on over there.
It's not no vegetables, veggie tacos. No, it's the Impossible crumbles.
Right.
Processed food.
Processed. Heavily processed diet. And he told me that sometimes he would go all day without really eating and just be online. He's so enthralled with online. Like he literally vlogs and blogs his entire life. Like you could be trying to hold a conversation with YP and he's like, yeah, hold on. Let me vlog this real quick. And it's
Let me tell you, when he was at my housewarming party, the only way that I could get YP out of his phone is playing Uno with us.
Yes, you gotta play some type of game.
And remember when we was playing Uno at the beach house?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't on his phone.
Right. Yeah, that pretty much steals attention. I play chess, and so when he would come around a few times, I've had got to play chess with him. He's actually a pretty awesome chess player. I will give him that.
He's smart.
Yeah, very smart, very calculated. And so I thought I knew something. And he kind of schooled me on that. And so, he comes in with those little things where you're like, oh, wow, okay, I'm kind of impressed by that. And then you see other aspects are not so great. He's a man. He's a man. He's not some god that he claims to be.
He's just a regular nigga.
He's a regular ass nigga from Buffalo.
He's a regular nigga that's smart as fuck with a high IQ.
Yeah, pretty much.
That
he found a way.
I got a high IQ. I can produce my paperwork.
Yes, and he's found a way to manipulate people through the internet. Pretty much.
But I choose not to use like the so-called high IQ to manipulate people. Like, I have a good heart.
Mm.
You get what I mean? I love.
That's important. Can you love? Can you really love? And I used to going back to Ace, I really used to work on that with him. Like, yo, he says to me, what do you think is blocked in me? And I told him, your heart chakra is blocked. And he recently got a tattoo. It's two chakra symbols, and one of them is a heart chakra symbol. And he told me he got that because he's really trying to be conscious of opening up his heart. He realized his heart is closed and he want to open his heart up, more. So he got that as a kind of a symbol. But then YP got the same goddamn tattoo. So I was like, did you really get it for that? Or did you really get it
So
because
did
your
they get
man's
those
got it and you
tattoos
thought it was
together?
cool? Huh?
Did they get those tattoos together?
I told you they would spend a lot of time at the tattoo shop together. So
The wife, but he said that I'm getting my smudge stick. But he said that AC copied his tattoo.
the world may never know.
Okay, keep
I
talking.
just
I'm
know
get
that
my
them
lighter.
niggas got the same kind of heart chakra tattoo. You see YP is
Yes,
a
they
big ass
do.
green tattoo right here. Ace got the same goddamn tattoo. It's a little different, but same spot. But yeah, that's all really what I wanted to touch
Yes, I
on.
believe that they
Is
do got the same heart chakra because something ain't right.
mm-hmm,
So when you said birds of a feather flock together, they truly
mm-hmm,
do.
mm-hmm.
They truly do.
But I'm grateful at the end of the day for the experience. Like, I'm grateful to share my story and grateful to just know that I'm still alive and well. But just don't be duped out here. Don't, queens, goddesses, women, however you want to refer to yourself, don't be duped out here by the high value talk of men, by the spiritual misguidance of men who are claiming to be one way, but really behind the scenes, they're not showing you that. They're not showing up in that way. And we need to really open our eyes, take the blinders off, if you will. That's what I feel like lately. The blinders have finally come down and I see everything for what it truly is. And I want to learn for that to happen sooner. It needs to happen much sooner before we allow these people into our space, and to be misguided like that is crazy.
Right. We got to be real careful.
Smudge it. They smudge it away.
Yo, I swear I'm gonna have to meditate after this. Like, I'm literally gonna have to sit in my quiet space and definitely get my meditation on after this. It has been very freeing. Do you have anything else that you want to say?
I just want to say that I operate in gratitude. I'm grateful that I had this experience, real shit, because it taught me to have more value in myself. It taught me that I am enough. It taught me that, Goddess J, you're on the right path to where you're going, but I can't continue to let others stifle my growth. And I can say that in this, I allowed this situation to kind of hold me because I was so enthralled in what was going on with him that I wasn't necessarily focusing on myself and my goals. And, and so it's the time out for that. It's time out for that. And I'm just going to, pour that same energy into me. I wish them well on their journey, well, I don't know if I'm quite there yet all the way. Honestly.
I'm not there yet.
But I don't know, but I do. A part of me wish him well. A part of me is like, you should pay. But, this getting this out, you don't know how liberating this was to just, share some of the details from behind the scenes, what really happened. And, I can't say that in this situation with how everything unfolded between Ace and YP, that AC was totally right or YP was totally right, because AC, you walked away from him at the end of the day. So can you really be mad that you no longer had employment with him? Maybe you should have thought about that before you walked away, when he was telling you he felt unsafe. Even if he was high, you're his bodyguard. So
right, you should. He employed you. He pays you to be there.
through whatever,
Correct.
and I feel like Ace began to feel like that Pharaoh didn't respect him, why he didn't respect him. So it was just a lot to that too. But shout out to Soul Energy sis again, because she really be putting a lot of videos up
You
about
gonna have to send me some of her videos.
oh my god, like for real, about her,
Shout
about
out to
why.
World News too. I spoke with him today, so shout out to World News.
Hey, World News, hey, King World News, this shit. And so they really been exposing him and really just pulling through, I just confirmed what they already been talking about, what y'all already knew about this whole situation, is that he a fraud. It's nothing spiritual about this man. I can say there are some spiritual aspects to Ace Heru, but you still got some growing to do in far as you being a high value band and what that means, so.
And the way you treated me, I would really love an apology, but I don't think you're gonna do it.
No, they never think they wrong on shit. That be the problem. Everybody's wrong but you. But no, this time,
AC.
huh?
I was down for AC. Like I felt like
I was, baby. I was down. I'll let you.
And truth be told, AC low-key flirted with me before. It asked me.
He did what?
He flirted with me before I even came out here. And he asked me to have drinks with him.
And why he done told me the complete opposite, honey, that you was on him.
Oh, I'll send you the text messages. He hit me up.
I believe you, but I'm just
saying, send it to you.
And that goal is show you how men be manipulating the story.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
He texted me first.
Not that I care, but
and asked me for drinks.
I'm single, boo.
And asked me out.
Wow.
Why you lying, AC? Oh, you didn't.
Why he talking about he only? Let me tell you though, he capped so much because he just made a video, and you talked to me about the video about half a woman's age plus 3 or some shit. Cause you capping, you really don't even, you really interested in older women too, and you trying to cap like you really only interested in young women. I don't know. It seems like bullshit to me.
I'm the same. I'm close to the same age as him. And he hit me up and asked me for drinks. He asked me out for drinks. No, fuck that. I'm gonna be right back. Hold on.
What happened?
No, because I'm gonna show this shit.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Oh
nah, hell no. Hell no. Really? I flirted with you?
So right now I'm on the energy budget, okay? All the energy that's been stolen from me, I call it back to me, okay? I need that back, running back, okay? So all these energy vampires out here that's coming to kill and destroy my joy, fuck you. Run my energy back, because I've been nothing but good to people. I've been nothing but loving. I've been nothing but catering. I've been nothing but supportive, submissive. All it just got me feeling like ice in my veins now. Like, fuck all that.
Are y'all ready for this?
Yes, we ready.
You ready? Okay.
I'm ready.
Buy a cow.
Bow. What it say? I'm 48. Let's get together over
a drink and combo. I'll be moving to the Katy area in a few weeks.
Wow.
I said, okay, cool. We can have drinks. Cool. I'll be in touch. That is January the 15th.
Wow.
Why I gotta lie? But I was on your dick.
Well, it's crazy. And then
I didn't even know who the fuck you was like that. I mean, I knew who you was. Like, I done met you a few times. But you was checking me out at the Nick Cannon shit. I saw you. I can't believe that. I can't believe he did that.
Well, let's go to the audience. What the audience got to say about this shit, this new discovery.
This new this he really said I tried to get with him.
Oh yeah, yes, he
Did
did.
you see what I just posted?
Yes,
Let's
that's
put it up again.
crazy.
Oh, fuck that. AC Mitchell,
Wow, AC Mitchell, you in
January
the
the 13th,
DM. It goes down in the DM.
9:28
It goes
p.m.
down in the DM.
I'm 48. Let's get together over a drink and combo. I'll be moving to Katy area in a few weeks. Okay, cool. We can have drinks. Cool. I'll be in touch.
Mm, 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 mm. Wow. And he told me, he said, I really think Catalay is feeling me. When I go over there, one time he took some water to you or something when it was during a storm. We had an ice storm here, remember? Back
Yeah.
in February or March, it was a big ice storm. He took some
Yeah.
water to you and he was like, I really think that she's feeling me, but I'm not trying to be all into her like that. And you know, it's disgusting. It's disgusting at
Do
this
you know
point.
what happened when he came over to my house to bring me water?
What
Guess who
happened?
we talked about?
Who?
Pharaoh.
Oh my goodness.
My kids.
Right?
You said I was feeling you, AC? Oh no, I never came. I swear I never came to him. Did I think AC was attractive? Absolutely. But
He's
I was
definitely an attractive man.
I was too busy. You know, Goddess J. You know what I was busy.
Yeah, I know. I totally get it. And that's not cool. That's not cool at all. And so I'm just here to speak my piece. I really
I believe that.
covered
I
all the
can't
things
believe
I
this
wanted to
nigga just
say.
said that I tried to get
I
with
just want to, close out because we've been out here about 2 hours now.
you.
If
Okay, yeah, we
anybody
about
had
to
it,
close out. But I
if
can't
we had
believe
any
that man.
questions, did anybody have questions?
Yeah, let's ask some questions. I can't believe that nigga said I'm
Right.
trying to
Any
get with him.
questions? Here I go.
I cannot believe
I
that.
can't believe in all this whole shit blowing my mind. Honestly, the whole thing ever since the shit popped off of YP, the whole thing has absolutely blew my mind. This last month and a half, or it's been a complete nightmare.
Do y'all got any questions before we close out? You said, yep, thank you for the clarity. I think we covered every fucking thing. I can't believe it. They both lying on you. Right. I got receipts, outspoken, rebel for everything. That's why I be ready.
I got a lot of receipts
everything.
Too. I got a lot of receipts and I made sure I cover my ass on that because period. You're not gonna sit up here and tell a narrative that you want to tell about shit and act like shit is all good and continue to make your high value man videos like it's all bullshit, because at the end of the day, if you can't even handle shit when shit hit the fan, in my mind, that's not trace of a high value man. So, boop.
Okay, y'all. So if y'all don't have any questions, I don't see any. My girl Joy, she got a long trip tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, as of now, 12:35, and I need to get my meditation on.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Somebody wanted to know. Okay, so we do got a couple questions. Somebody wanted to know, Goddess J, who is the other queen Ace was with?
What other queen? Which one?
I don't think she wants her name to be known. The other girl, like, she got to ask her if she wants her.
Well, I mean, she put it out there at the pool party. If that's the one she's talking about.
Okay, so what's her name?
Is it the goddess from the pool party or the goddess in Florida?
Huh?
Huh?
What's her name?
The goddess in Florida or the goddess from the pool party? Which one?
I think the other woman that he was with in a relationship.
We ain't gonna get all into names. I don't want to reveal nobody identity.
Yeah, I don't think she want to know.
Yeah.
Somebody said, how can they leave such beautiful and supportive women? Yeah, that's crazy.
Let's talk about it, how they can, because they really like men. They really it's a really man's world out here, and I really feel like a lot of niggas is sus. What I
Oh,
mean by
King Heru
sus,
said the one that was at the pool party with us. Oh, he was there.
excuse me.
King Heru said the one who was at the pool party with y'all. The one who did the
Oh,
Reiki.
who did the Reiki? Her name's Tay, because she was at the pool party. That's public information. It's the only reason why I put out there. Her name's Tay.
We don't know if Ace was taking content from Alpha Male Strategies. We have no idea who the fuck that is. If you keep asking.
All right.
Okay. Go ahead.
With what? What
You
I'm
were saying something.
He was saying, how could they leave such beautiful goddesses? Ooh, because it's never been about us. It's been about them. It's been about the men. You know, y'all rather be a men's ass than build with your queen. And this is what we get. This is why the world is in the condition that it's in now, because we refuse to build with each other. We need the balance. We need the masculine and feminine balance. And when that's not happening, when that's out of whack, there is chaos.
The problem is, you know, when it's a woman who's walking in her femininity and we're submissive, I do exactly the same thing. I'm just like Goddess J. I treat my man the same way she treats her man.
Exactly.
And when we're walking in femininity and we're building our men up and we're doing what we're supposed to and we're submissive and doing all of that, the thing about it is a lot of men are still walking in feminine energy.
Or a lot of men got mommy issues and shit.
That's
and
feminine
trust
energy.
issues, and they don't know how to really flourish in a healthy environment because they never seen it. They never experienced it. So if you've been did wrong your whole life, you know, you got that childhood trauma, that PTSD from childhood, it really carries over. It really
I
carries
hate to
over.
say this though, but not to diminish any of the righteous brothers that's in here. I just want y'all to know that righteous melanated men are few and far in between. Because we got a lot of pretenders. So I feel like us as melanated women who are righteous, we need to understand the pathology and the mindset of the melanated man in 2021.
And what is that?
The pathology and the mindset is selfishness, me, femininity. Quickly and easily to walk away from your family, from your children. You know what I mean?
Yes, very.
Not caring about building, valuing other women because of, and when I mean other women, I mean women of other nationalities, because of the simple fact that they had a father and a mother who both loved them, and they had a father who taught their daughters how not to be respected, how to have value, how to love, how to care, how to be a certain type of way. So, because you Black men, as melanated men, didn't do that for your daughters, your fathers didn't do that for your daughters, you feel the need to take the shortcut and go cohabitate and be with, marry, make babies with, put on a pedestal other women of other nationalities, and have the audacity to look at your own women,
to fix your mouth, as I like to say.
like they ain't shit.
Fix your mouth to say some shit like that.
When all you gotta do, because you guys, y'all live in a controversial place. So y'all say, oh, it just takes the right, strong man to come in and put a woman in her submissive role. That's all she needs is a good man. But then with the same token, you say that these bitches ain't shit.
Exactly.
These Black women ain't shit. So what is it? It is
and
the fact
I just
that
want to piggyback off that. I want to piggyback off that because, you know, that was happening too. You know, he would tell me all the time, I did have my father in my life. May he rest his soul. My father passed away in 2020. and he was a very active, very supportive man in my life. And Ace would always say, "Oh, it's so good that you had your father. You know, I can tell you had your father in your life because you are such a good woman. You're such a, you know how to listen. You know how to da 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 da." He gave me all these accolades about how I was such a goddess, but that was never enough. That wasn't enough for you to make a plan with me. That wasn't enough for you to support me. And we gotta stop being fooled by all these compliments. You compliment, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so wonderful, and da, 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 and we just eat it up. And it's like, okay, that's in what? In what?
Yeah, so we have to stop, like, because we just got to understand the mindset of the melanated men. Not all. Not talk about you righteous brothers. Y'all few and far in between. I'm gonna be honest. But I'm talking about of the melanated man who chooses, instead of to pour into his own woman, he wants to take a shortcut and go with another woman of another nationality and praise her because you lazy.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to pour into your woman and do what you need to do.
Exactly. So you want to blame it on us too. Oh, it's y'all. Y'all don't want to listen. It's the woman. Da, 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 you know, all this crap YP
It ain't
and
us.
all this
It's because of the
rhetoric.
simple fact that you write checks that your ass cannot cash. YP.
Exactly.
You make a lot of fucking promises that you can't follow through. Yeah, your
Mm-hmm.
intentions may be good, but you're too weak to fucking do it.
And your reach is not like you claim, because he loved to say, I made 1.4 million. I made it by myself. I made it by myself. Okay, no, you made that with your goddess. You sucked up her energy. You sucked up Tania's energy over there. Okay? Sucked up her good, gracious energy. No, for real though. Like, I know how she feeling over there, and I've been on your side actually, Golden, the whole time, like rooting for you in the background. You ain't know that, but
I had to apologize to her because
yeah, at this point though, I kind of don't know if she in on it, because she keep going back over there and as Soul Energy
I
videos
know that she
been.
had on her wedding ring in one of her videos.
She had on what?
The ring that he gave her.
And that's the thing. Oh, I'm
In
glad you
one of
brought that
her
up.
recent videos.
A lot of I wanted to know, I'm gonna tell you what I think about it, and I want to know what you think about it real quick. When these dudes talk about these spiritual unions, right? Because we got a lot of conscious brothers out here that's like, they don't want to get married. They would rather a spiritual union. Okay. And one of the things that Golden said in the midst of all this was one of the most ghetto things she ever did was having two babies by a nigga she not married to. You
Pharaoh
want to know
already
why?
married to somebody else, though.
Huh?
Pharaoh is already married to someone else.
Okay, well that explains a lot. But wow.
That's what they forgot to mention.
Wow.
I know this to be true.
I know that. Who is he married to?
Yogini.
Oh wow. Okay. That's wow. That definitely explains a lot. Like, isn't she in Ghana now? Like, okay. But
He's
yeah,
married. He's legally married to Yogini.
Okay. Legally
Legally.
Yogini. Wow.
Legally, Yogini Ma'at is
So
Pharaoh's
if
wife.
something happened to YP right now, guess who could show up and collect all the assets?
Yogini Ma'at.
Yogini. And Tania's not going to be entitled to nothing. So don't let these niggas talk you into this spiritual union bullshit. It's the trick, sis. Don't do it, because when things go south, you will be left holding back, as you can see with what's going on with her.
That's his wife. Yogini Ma'at is Pharaoh's wife.
Wow, I'm just appalled. And so
unless they got a divorce, but he didn't tell me they got a divorce, and he used to tell me everything. So
right,
unless they got a divorce recently, I doubt it. That's his wife. That's
She's
who
a
he was
beautiful
legally
sister,
married to.
beautiful soul. I'm sure she's sitting back looking at this thing
I
unfold like, woo,
listen, I knew
baby,
Yogini
I'm so
Ma'at.
glad I'm
Like
in Ghana right now. I'll be so happy I'm in Ghana.
I knew Yogini Ma'at. No, Clarkson. Yogini is not his first girl. His first girl is Kamel. The one after Kamel that he got with is Yogini Ma'at. And I love her energy.
Yeah, she's dope. She's dope.
She's
I don't
dope
know
as
her personally, but online she has some great content. But I'm just like, I don't
that's
know
who he
no
married
more. If
to.
I don't know you for real, I'm not believing none of this internet bullshit no more. It's all a cap. It's all fake. And so they can have all this shit. And I just want them to know, like, I don't hold no malice in my heart towards you. I'm actually releasing all attachment to all this physical bullshit. And I just wanted to speak my piece and tell what really happened on my end. And just be real
Yeah,
about
let's get you
shit.
out of here.
Let's be real about our shit and be going in 2022 greater and more authentic than ever before.
Yeah, we got to get together. When you come back from Detroit, we're going to get together and maybe do some meditation in the park
Hey,
like I
I
like to
need
do.
it. I need it. Okay, do some cord cutting, do some spiritual work. I'm all for it.
Maybe we could get the Reiki lady out and she could give us some Reiki healing.
Okay, because she's dope. Let me tell you, she did this Reiki reading, Reiki, tomato.
I
But
get readings so much that it's ridiculous, but go
you
ahead.
should. You can read. We are who we've been looking for. Okay, so she did this Reiki reading for me and Ace Heru while she was here for the pool party, and she really read this whole situation. She warned me that this was coming. She warned me of the demise of YP. She warned me of the demise of Ace Heru, and I'll forever respect her for that. I feel like that made this blow a little bit softer. It made it a little bit easier, like that. I kind of had a little warning that it was coming to this, you know? So shout out to all my spiritual workers out there. Keep doing y'all thing. Keep doing the tarot.
Thank you. I'm
Keep
going to
doing
continue
the
to do my
Reiki.
thing.
Okay. Keep doing the readings like we need it, and just stay in touch with your ancestors. And I'm really, I got to be authentic and say that I'm struggling right now with, just staying in touch with my faith, but I got to keep that strong too. So y'all send me some love and positive energy in that regard.
Yeah, she's been struggling with this, y'all. She told me
Because
she
I
was
just can't
struggling with it.
believe, like somebody that I was, and it's not just YP, just the whole Kemetic system, since I've been into Kemetic spirituality, I feel like that it's just been like dark.
But you know what though? I will tell you this. You have a light. You have a light inside of you, and I think both of us do. So that's why we connected on a spiritual level. It was like I just felt like we knew each other already when we first met each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just tell you like this, like we're gonna get together, we're gonna meditate together, and we're gonna get through this shit together because
Yes. Please surround me. It's time to lock arms. I know what the past has been, but I'm open to a fresh start, and I hope that you are too. And just that we can move forward. And
we just gonna move forward.
we have to give each other the same support that we give these whack ass men. Okay, we have to support the other queens just like we support these men who ain't even really for us.
That's facts.
So.
That's facts. So thank you so much, Goddess J, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you. I'm happy that you got to, speak your truth and your piece and everything that you really wanted to say. And hit me up when you come back from Detroit.
I will. Shout out to my city, 313 7 Mile. Hey.
Yeah, because we're going to have to do some meditation in the park, like for real. Like
for real, I need it to just, we got to release, because let me tell you, anger can make you sick. Holding on to things can make you physically ill. And so I desire to just release it and just, move forward with my life, because I still have a lot of living to do. I still have a lot of greatness in me, regardless of the situation. So,
all righty. So thank you guys for joining us. Please make sure that you like this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that notification bell, and always please support the channel via super chat or cash app, which is $Catalea. And you guys have a great one. All right.
Shay, and follow me on Instagram at
follow
only
her on IG.
Only one joy, JOI 20. All right. Follow me on Instagram. I'll follow back. Peace.
All right, y'all. Peace. Take care.
You too.